Right, hello again, Charwell English students. This is the second part of the video, which is just simply talking you through the Foundation English exam paper for English or English language, and giving you some basic details so you know what to expect and how to approach the paper. Right, we're moving on now to section B. That's the writing section. So ideally, you'll have spent an hour and 15 minutes so far doing the reading section. 15 minutes to read the stuff, and then an hour to answer the questions. So a couple of things to think about. Right, section B writing, you answer both questions. You answer both questions in this section, so you don't get any choice in what you answer. You're advised to spend an hour on the section, but look, it's 25 minutes for question 6 and 35 minutes for question 7, so obviously question 6 is shorter. Important that you kind of clock that and get that right, because there's fewer marks available for question 6. So if you do that the other way round, it's going to be difficult for you to get the full amount of marks available. Don't write too much for question 6, basically. Okay? So really important that you get your timings right. It's such a big part of being successful in these papers. It isn't about kind of how good you are at doing it. It's about people getting their timings right and making sure that you spend the right amount of time so you can get the right amount of marks. Anyway, let's have a look at a question. This is question 6. It says, write a letter to your head teacher explaining how to improve your school or college. And then it gives you some advice. Remember to write a letter. It's all pretty obvious, but thank you, exam board, anyway. It's just told you that. And explain the things that would make your school and college better. I'm not really sure how helpful that is, but anyway, that's what they put on there. So how might you approach it? Well, sometimes people use the FLAP format, which is where you look at form, language, audience and purpose. So in this case, form would be a letter. You've got to make it look like a letter. So you've got an address, you've got dear Sir Stroke, or I suppose you'd put the name of your head teacher. It wouldn't matter if you put dear Sir Stroke Madam, or if you put dear Mr. James, or if you just made up a name. Anyway, it needs to look like a letter. So that would be form. If it's a speech, you've got to write it to look like a speech. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or something at the beginning. Okay, so show that you know what form you're writing in. Language, well, it's to your teacher, to your head teacher, so it'll be quite formal language. Okay, which ties into the audience, which is obviously directly your head teacher, very, very specific. And then purpose, you're explaining how to improve your school or college. So you've got to put lots of reasons in and lots of justification. At the same time, it's trying to write in a really lively, engaging way. Varying your sentences is a really big, important thing to get a C grade in particular. Using some more ambitious, more thoughtful words. There's other videos that will go into detail about how you actually do this. I would just point out trying to get some long and short sentences in quite early. Maybe a question sentence, then an answer. There's things on the Key Stage 4 blog about how to vary your sentences that might be helpful. Anyway, so you spend 25 minutes on that. You see, again, it'll give you all the space to do it. You don't need to fill all this space. Don't be worried about the amount of space you get. They give you plenty. So they're not expecting you to exactly finish in that amount of space. Second question then, write the text for a leaflet to persuade young people in your area to take part in a sponsored event for charity. It tells you what it's about and it reminds you to write a leaflet. Okay, so again, FLAP form is text for a leaflet. Now, that means it doesn't have to look like a leaflet. Okay, it's just the writing. The text means the writing for it. Language, it needs to be persuasive. It's aimed, audience is young people, so it could be quite kind of informal. And purpose is persuading them to take part. So you're looking at your persuasive language techniques, maybe repetition, maybe rule of 3. Again, there's other videos to support you in how you actually do that. Watch the one from Cooper School about persuasive writing. That's good. It's playlisted on our Charwell Online site. And that's it then. That's the end of your exam. So you've got plenty of space here to write. Check your work. Make sure you check your capital letters and full stops and all that sort of thing. But try and get that right first time round. And that'll be it. So I hope that's been helpful. Timing is key. Okay, ask your teacher if you've got any more questions about that. Thank you.